Hello, everybody. This is another 2-hour session for the exchange price on the block side. We'll be talking about the nicely through lines. And thank you, BIP Lab, for being a new member. So, my second member ever. The first one is Keith Amarillo. So, I'm busy having his name forever being in this like ticker in the bottom. So, let's get started. So, we'll talk about this line. This line will be E4, E6, D4, D5, takes in D5, knight C3, and I have 6. And basically, this thing's in the very, if I go just looking down, really down, in this big file, this is a big line. So we'll just make sure that we cover everything. So bishop E2, bishop rook E8. So this is the part we have left off. And let's say online is anybody else? There's 2 people. And then everybody plays castles and with great success. Rook E1. So let's do Rook E1 for the sake of everybody plays Rook E1. The 2, everybody's 2. And now let's have Leela think about things. There's contentious lines to cover one, but let's have Leela stew and think. Yeah, but yeah, I'll just look at BIP Lab chemistry. All right, let's look at them. Just send a message. All right, BIP. All right, BIP Lab chemistry. BIP Lab chemistry. All right. That's the one. This guy. Maybe like latest is one. Okay. Home. Introduction. Okay. Video. Control. Oh. All right. Let's go back to the videos. Thank you for becoming a member of my YouTube channel. Could you? All right, so I'll just leave it at that. Leave it at that. Yeah. Leave it at that. Huh. Okay. All right. Smiling. Replying. Let's go back. I was just maybe distract myself from the YouTube notifications. But yeah, let's go back to the, let's say, stream. Hello, hello, how are you doing? Sorry for ignoring your message. How are you doing today? Where are you viewing from? Nice to see you. Yeah, doing research for my French Defense Exchange Version 1 year study and research. So this one says Bishop B6 to do. Okay, Bishop B6 is a normal move. Knight C6 is a normal move. But Bishop B6 is a Knight G5 things. Let's research why this is like. I think that maybe Knight G5 will be a thing, but if it's not a thing, that's great. That'd be great. Okay, apparently this is dubious, so I'll just mark it as dubious. So yeah, dubious. Oh, interesting. No, not interesting, but rather dubious. Not the best. So if they go this way, then we go bishop f5. This is a knight g5. This is really pointless doing that one. So yeah, let's do the normal moves. So let's have a think about things. So yeah. All right. Hello. Just saying hello back. All right. But yeah, so the cool thing is I have a new member, Biplap Chemistry, and so thankful for having him being the second member of all my channel. The first one is, if you see the scroller, is Keith. Keith is a valued member. He's my very first member of my channel. For the 4 years I've been doing YouTube, this channel, posting things, and yeah. So basically, shoot out to our very first channel member, Keith Emerald. So Emerald, but I'll just say Emerald. So let's see. Let's see how Stockfish or Leela navigates this waters. So it'll be for 2 hours, so we have a lot of time to think about things, talk about things. So if you want to ask questions, you can do that. And if you want to join the show, you can actually do this one. You can copy and just make me having somebody to talk to as well about chess and life and having something to hang out with. So that'll be not lonely for me, but also people that are watching the VOD, you can actually like the video. That helps me a ton. Thank you for doing that if you do that. But yeah, with this being said, I'll just wait for Leela to get the next step, next right. So, okay, it says knight e5 is a move. So knight e5 looks like intimidating, possibly. So knight e5, I can see people do that. Knight e5. Let's see if black responds. Knight c6 is a move that we had before, and why not do it like better late than ever? Knight c6. Let's have Leela think. So rush the research. Never do that. Never rush the research. So let's wait for Leela to give the okay. Knight c6 is the only thing. There's other thing that Leela is thinking about before just like jump with the gun. This thing h6. And also, like h6 or knight c6, I think that knight c6 is good to go. Knight c6, because last move, okay, knight c6 is debatable between bishop e6, but knight c6 is not bad. And now it's okay, taken there or bishop e5. We could do both. Let's say bishop e5 is another thing that possibly. So let's do bishop e5 first and look at the possibilities. So apparently this is not good. So let's say. It'll be bad. This is a bad move that people can possibly do. h6, bishop h4, or take on g6. Let's say they go this way. Oh, knight c5. Knight c5 there. Pawn takes there. g5. Oh, okay, g5. Bishop takes g5. Oh, this is this is actually good for white. So we can't do g5. But they have to do g5. Take g5. What's the point? H85. Is that? It's for a moment saying like equal, but now it's not equal. This one there, knight d5 or bishop e4. Okay. So I'll just say black is clearly better. All right. Let's go back. So we had the knight c6, takes c6 things, takes in c6, the b pawn, and all right, this is all posturing for bishop f3. Makes sense. Bishop f5, maybe let's heavily think about these things. Save the thing to record and make sure we don't lose everything. So just a matter of waiting for research to be done and having a good time. But yeah. But as far as like things go, I have another member, BIP Lab Chemistry. So BIP Lab Chemistry. Maybe I can send him a message so that way he can. Let's say. Okay, so BIP Lab Chemistry. BIP Lab Chemistry. BIP Lab Chemistry. All right. All right. This is the one. Okay. All right. All right. Hello. BIP. BIP Lab Chemistry. Thank you for becoming a member of my channel. Would you please share with me an email you have to grant you access to all of my future videos? Please let me know when you can and have a great day. Smiley face. All right, very good. All right, let's go back to this one. All right, let's go back to what Leela says. Leela says to go bishop f5, bishop f5, h6. Maybe there's no reason why not to bishop f5. So because the bishop on the f3, taking the e8, taking the 8, queen takes e8, right? Or knight takes e8. Okay, knight takes e8 to go to d6. That's interesting. That's interesting. So this one, and possible things go there. And then e2, trying to trade. Okay, a5. Okay. No rushing at all. No rushing the research. But yeah, it's debating between taking on d2 or a5. And my personal feelings, I would probably do neither. I'll probably do bishop f8 or bishop e7 and to keep the bishop on the board. Because my bishop is a good bishop, but it's like his bishop is, well, his bishop is bad comparatively because the d4 pawn is the same color. I think that bishop e7 or bishop e6 or bishop f8 or my muse do, but it's Lila is saying that why not take on d2 or a5, saying that you take me at my terms or I take you just right now. I'm not sure about the logic about that, so Lila has to think about it. That's why I'm not really speed up the process. So once Lila decides what's the best course of action to do here, maybe later on, Lila's like, okay, makes sense to preserve the bishop for later because the bishop's better than his passive bishop. But let's see what Lila thinks if you get a lot of time, a little bit of time at least. So. There it is, Bishop f8. That's the one I was saying. Bishop f8 is the one that makes sense to me. So it took some time, but Lila actually thought about it and like, you know what? This bishop trade is not good for me. Okay, knight g3. Attacking the bishop. Bishop b6 is fine. White goes alright, b3, attacking the c4 pawn. Knight g6, we're playing this one. Bishop b4. Okay, pin the guy. That's annoying. But rook b8, attacking the bishop. So take the c3. Okay. Bishop g5. They can also do c3, like was mentioned. Also, this is a contentious one to take a d6. I think this is really good. I don't think it is really good, but queen d6. h4. h6. Makes sense to me. Oh, h6. All right. h5. Bishop h7. It's like a Caracon a little bit. A tiny bit like a Caracon. Taking on c4. d6, c4. At least that was the thing. Yeah, it's the thing. Alright. Alright. Alright, so this actually, the whole line. Alright. Okay. Promote. It's like Eugene Look. So I want to copy this one because it'll be probably come again. Eugene Look in the future. Let's see other lines that's like continue from here. Okay, this bishop b2 line. All right, from here. Okay, it's really bad for white because queen e7 clearly better for black. And say h3, king f1, a3. Okay, a3 is a move. Taking c3. Yeah, it is taking c3. B takes for bishop takes apparently. Bishop e4. Okay, king f1, right? a4. h3. Bishop h5. g4. This makes sense. Bishop b6. h4. Okay. h6. G1. Knight c6. All right, knight c6. Bishop d2 is fine. Queen d6. Watching f4 square. c3. c3. All right. Rook e7. Rook e6. Rook e6. Let's see. h5. Bishop h7. Right. That's fine. g5. c5. Queen h2. All right, that's interesting. Queen h2.
I'm gonna lay down upstairs, Jim.
Bishop b3.
We're going upstairs.
g5. Rook g5. Rook e8. Okay, makes sense to me. h6. Rook takes h6. It makes no sense. Why do I do this? So I don't like h6. Makes no sense to me. Let's do bishop d3. Makes sense to me more so. Promote. Oh, remote. Alright. This other. Alright. Bishop d3. h1. Check. G1. Queen h3 check. Alright. King G2. Or G2 is fine. There's D3 check. Takes D3 check. D3 back. Rook E4, Knight E7. Let's debate about it. Still crushing for black, but let's see the most efficient way to do these things. Need to put the bottle in the garbage. I'll be back. Hold on. All right, I'm back. All right, sorry for the delay. I let Leela think about things and what it's going to do. All right. Now, let's see what the verdict is from Leela. Leela says to go Rook E4. All right. Debatable. Well, that's not debatable. This is what Leela thinks is best. All right. So this one, King G1, the block Queen H1 things, but Rook G4 happens, and this is like also bad. All right, take there. Queen G4 is right here. King F1 back here. And then what does black do? Queen H5 or Queen F3. Queen f3 is more to the point. Queen h5 is also a point. So let's take this one. So we can settle that. Queen d1. Queen f5. And black is winning. Simply in all caps, black is winning. So this is an easy one to take into account. So let's do let's see other lines that we have to say fish from here. There's a lot of lines and find out in the big file we have here. Fish from here. Okay, this is going to be 2 line. 2 lines. So let's have Leela think about these things. So I'm imagining there's probably games here. All right. 9 games, bishop e6, but bad score. White has 81.8%. That's good for white, not black. And Leela is it's saying zeros, but let's see having Leela debate about the moves for a little bit. So let's say Leela contemplate. So bishop e6 is the thing, the go-to move that people do most often, but they don't have a good result of it. So let's have Leela think about it, deliberate, and come back with an opinion about these things. All right, let's see. Wait. All right. So in this terms of time frame, it's basically almost a half an hour. So it'll be an hour and a half more for this episode, and we're talking about the nice E3 line. Maybe this will be the last episode for now for Nazi 3. Maybe next week. Well, no, next week is Easter, so I'm skipping next week. The 2 weeks after that, then we'll be doing this again. So because I had 2 weeks that I actually did a double feature, so I'll be skipping a week. So I'll be skipping the Easter week, so I don't have to worry about streaming this an Easter day. I'll be just hanging out with my family, enjoying the Easter day, and this is the plan. Next week, no streaming on Sunday because of Easter. But the next subsequent week, I will do that. I'll do this stream. Maybe do double feature again to make up for it. Not make up for it, but it's just having 2 streams of this, let's say, research and go on from there. And after that, I'll just go into dabbling in the bishop f4 lines, which I do. Like knight c3, bishop f4 is a line we'll talk about today. That's my thing that I used to just almost beat a GM. I was crushing the GM, and maybe you can look at that today. After this queen e2 line, we'll just do knight c3, bishop f4 lines. That's devastatingly annoying to play against as black, because that's what I do. Go to if the GM can't handle it, certainly people should know how to handle it sometimes. So let's see. Have Leela saying bishop e7 going back or bishop e6, debating between. So let's have some time for Leela. It's an important decision, critical position. So we don't have to rush research. We can't rush research. This is a tough line. That's why we have spent a lot of weeks in this AC3 line, because there's a lot of things to go wrong if black's not prepared. So let's do what is the best. So 94 is really dithering. It says good now, but later on it's like, okay, not that good. Bishop b7. Let's see if we go bishop b7 after queen e2. What does actually white do? Bishop b5. Okay, making this castle kingside maybe. Yeah, castle kingside makes all the sense in the world. Queen e2 is misplaced. Maybe castle queenside. Aha! This is where fun begins. I think like c6. All right, now we have to have Leela deliberate. c6. Rook e8, attacking the queen, a6. This is all the moves. Let's have Leela think about these things and have a plan of attack going forward, because it's really opposite side castling. It's a matter of who's attacking who first, gain initiative, and controls the game, wins the game. Basically, initiative is really very paramount and important to these games. If you don't do that, you're going to be left behind and suffering, and also likely to lose. Okay, let's go back to the Leela. So Leela says go c6. Okay, that's what I was thinking. C6 b5 is a good plan to, let's say, bolster attacks and just having a representation of things and having a, let's say, visual representation of where we're going to go. b5, a5, b4, and having this sort of attack. So and then maybe queen e2 is looks like it makes some sense and getting the bishop out. Bishop e3, and maybe can represent again this one. All right, this is the normal space for the bishop to go. Bishop h6, bishop f5. So let's get, we think about things again. 2, 6, bishop b6. H6 though. No, 6, take this one. So I'm taking. So now d4. Oh. Let's see. G takes h6. Okay, they take on h6. Now we go take on h6. Queen. Yep. Bishop f6. Okay, makes sense to me. Right. Let's see if they go. Okay, queen f4. This is 4. It's 4. Bishop d7. Okay. Bishop d7. Sorry, bishop d7. Queen f4. Rook e8. Okay. Knight g5. Queen f6. Now we just want to trade things down. We don't do that. Just queen 3. Knight d7. Okay, knight d7. e6. Bishop a6. Oh, wow. Alright, this is black is winning. Right. Definitely black is winning here. So let's go back here and to the point where we had set this one. Castles, bishop d2, h6, and now it takes an h6. But let's say bishop f4 and bishop h4. Say bishop f4 is one of the things. Is promote. Another bishop h4 is another thing. Variation. So let's do bishop h4 first. So let's heavily think about these things and have a conclusion about these things too. All right. So 46 minutes. So basically an hour and 15 minutes, pretty much. That'll be the end of it. This episode. That'll be good for us. All of us. Okay, let's see. Rook e8 seems like it's the one. And g4, what's the deal here? Rook k1, rook g1. G1 makes, let's say, decisive sense. Rook g1. Knight c5. Okay, knight c5. g5. Okay. Knight e4. Knight e4. Yeah. Bishop e7. Queen e7. Knight c4. Bishop takes e4. Okay. Bishop d3. Bishop d3. Makes sense. Taking d3. Queen takes d3. Okay, this is like a. Okay. Okay. All right. So it's this one. Okay. So this one is a whole kit and caboodle. Okay. So now we go to the best one is if they go knight f6, bishop f4. These are the things I need to look at. So, but before they do that, we'll go to the bathroom. So let's have Leela think about these things. It's really tough line, my anti-GM line. All right. So let's see. Leela says, all right. So bishop b6 is probably the most sensible things option. So bishop b6. All right. From this point, we have queen d2, taking d6, d2. Let's say online database. Queen d2 is most often played. Taking d6 is also played. And everything else is really not much. So let's do this one. Queen takes d6. And most people play knight f3. Some people play queen d2. I do sometimes. Bishop d3 as well. So let's say also queen d2 is another one. So all these lines are talking about today, and we'll do that to this stream. So let's see. Let's see how the stream goes. So, well, we're at an hour and 2 minutes, so 58 minutes left in the stream, so we can actually cover all these things. And well, that's good. We'll do this productive things and productively, and yeah. Okay. Alrighty. But yeah, I should also check on the stream occasionally because, well, if I don't, then people say hello and I'll respond. And it's like, okay, I'll subscribe because I'm not being talking to. Like, basically, I was just like, all right. So, okay, so have you had any luck seeing my future videos? Okay. Okay. That's that. Okay. Okay, I'll do all good. All good. Okay. I'll switch it up to in 2 weeks, the 27th. All right. Let's move to the 27th. That's good. Not to the 20th. This 20th is Easter. Easter in the USA. So yeah, no, we're not. We're celebrating Easter, seeing the family, and not doing this streaming. Not next Sunday. So this is Bishop E6. Bishop E6 is let's say it has 12.5. It's a really good score. Then Queen B5. Okay, but Queen B5 is somewhat popular. Queen C6. Oh, Queen C6. Knight C6. Okay, Knight C6 makes sense. Queen C6. Okay, Knight C6. It makes a lot more sense than Queen C6. All right, Knight C6. All right. Castles is one thing. You can take a B7. If they take a B7, then Rook B8, right? Or just castle. I'll say castle, Rook B8. I think they either or. Castles is 2, -2, which is good. Great. They can probably go Queen A6. Just avoid this one. Then, all right, so Rook AB8 or Rook FB8. Bishop C8 is the thing, but let's have a debate. Bishop C8 is best. Aha, I didn't see that one. Bishop C8. Oh, again, the E file open. Aha. 24. Rook E1 probably. Rook E8 check. Yeah, he did. Bishop E2. Bishop E4. Okay, Rook B8. Rook B8. Alright, this is fine. The castles? The castle. They can also do knight f3. Knight f reasons. Okay, knight f3. Rook b4. Oh, okay, rook b4. Attack the queen again. Queen a3. Bishop g4. Exclam. Now they gotta do something like castle, let's say kingside. If the castle kingside, then they'll be having an anvil on their head because it takes f3 and taking d4, right? Taking f3 and s6 d4. And yeah. Just d1, c5. Okay, a6, c5. Okay, what's the deal? What's the difference? Okay, so it's like a cancel. Save it. I did to that 10,000 steps into my ellipse. It's basically a rotating elliptical for my feet. So 10,000 steps is it's good. It's good. So having 10,000 steps, top of the 3,000 I do for my sweat coin app. So that'll be good. So a6 to guard the pawn. It's important. Also blocking knight b5 things. All right. Let's see b3. h5. Oh, h5. h5. Okay. h3. g6. All right. Let's have a debate about that. So a lot of moves and see what likes the most. Yeah, nobody on the stream to talk to me, and I'm sorry for this moment that I did not talk to the people in the chat. And let's go back to, let's see. Okay, knight f5, f5. Two, c5, two, d3. Okay, let's do. All right, rook BB8. That's fine. Rook BB8. This one. Okay, this one. Bishop f3. Bishop f3. Bishop f3. Takes an f3 check. Queen takes f3. Makes sense to me. Then rook rook bt8. Rook d1. Then we go queen e5. Taking that. Oh, 25 attacking the knight. Bride attacking the knight. Ready? Black is winning. Right. Black is winning. Okay, so let's go back to this one. So there's a lot of bishop b3, bishop 3 here. Okay, bishop 3 here. We go nice 6. Okay, that's nice 6. Yeah, so looks like that will cover this one in 2 weeks from now. If not today, I'll cover today. So I'm figuring that we're not going to cover all these things today because this is a really tough line. Nice 3 and bishop f4 is a really tough line. That's my let's say personal fighting against the French defense. Is basically playing against my stuff. So if I can do that, it's good. It's very good. Very good. All right. Okay. All right, so let's go to what does Leela say? Leela says 96. Okay, makes sense to go to b4 maybe and tagging the d4 pawn as e2. Makes sense to me. As e2. And now knight b4. Knight b4. Okay, knight b4. We've seen this one before. Knight b4. Well, let's say they go knight f3. That's like knight. Okay. Knight b5 is another thing. So knight b5. Another thing. So knight b5. Queen e7 check. Queen 2. Bishop e6. All right, bishop e6. We've seen this one before. f3. a6. a6, knight c3. All right, a6, knight c3. Castles or kingside or queenside? Queen d6. Okay, this is a debate. All right, let's have Leela think about these things. There's a lot of moves. Castle queenside, castle kingside, queen b4, queen d6. So let's have Leela think about it. It's a very important decision. Really paramount of importance. So let's see how does Leela navigate this thing. Okay. All right. So with that being said, I think that I'd probably just do, let's say, because I don't want to show my address. Let's say, basically what I mean is showing an address. If I castle first, he knows where I'm going to be having my king for the rest of the game. So I basically can do like a war of like patience, queen b4. I think that I'd play queen b4 if I was in a real game. Maybe queen d6 as well. Queen d6, queen b4 are the moves I was just like wait for him to castle first, and then I do castles myself. That'll be a good thing for myself. So let's see. Let's see how it goes. So queen b4, queen d6, not castles either way, but with they castle, I'll castle accordingly. So castle queenside, maybe I'll castle kingside because b5 is already leveled because the a6 is in the board. Also castle queenside as well, and just play this out. So this is dynamic. Somebody's gonna lose. Somebody's gonna win. That's what I want to have. This is exactly what I have for this repertoire. This is results, not drawing draws and having just a game that you like you want to get over with. Not just doesn't matter what the results are. Do you want to not lose, but you gotta accept the draw because it's boring. You want to get out of this situation. Yeah. These things are. Yeah. This is things. Alrighty. Just checking one more thing, and then I'll just look at the results. Results. Okay. Da-da-da-da. Mm-hmm. So I'll say this one is like Oblivion, which is my last game. Channel. The Laws of Oblivion channel? It's like, oh. It's like, huh. Apparently my channel is so sparse and not known, so maybe I have to switch to, let's say, YouTube and switch to my Laws of Oblivion channel, YouTube channel, and having a direct link to it. So, Laws of Oblivion channel. So, this one. No subscribers, but I can, yeah. Let's do this one. Okay. YouTube Studio. Okay. Do I have? Okay, this one, but guess I found. So. Okay, let's switch it to. Alright, let's switch it to middle. Oh, this one, Matthew Sunscreen. Oh, thanks. Oh, whoa. Oh, so apparently this is not worthy of it. Alright, so this one, subscribe, like. This is like all personals. Okay. Now this one, switch to my channel. Do the same thing. Go back. Okay. Subscribe. It's like all. Okay. Okay, it's all good. All right. Perfect. This one. Okay. 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 We're good to go. It's good. It's good. All right. All right. It's good. Security key. This one. So I can't do this one. Switch accounts. It's like, what's this for? Oh, this one. Okay. Let's do this one. Okay, that's good. That was going to be hard. Okay. Right. Alright, so let's go back to Leela. Leela 626 is best. Makes sense. Makes sense to keep an eye on things. So now let's have Leela also look at the white moves. So let's go back to stream. Stream, nobody said anything. Okay, so this. Alright, so let's do this one. Okay, this one. Okay. 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 This one. Alrighty. Alrighty. So we'll just wait for Leela's, let's say, feedback, and my feedback for, let's see what Leela says. It's thinking about h3, queen e3, dealing the, let's say, deliberate, like showing the, say, like h3, and basically I'll say a note, hiding the white king's address for castling. Basically, this h3 is waiting for me. Like, we're waiting. A patience game. Our knight 5. Knight 5 is looking cool. Knight 5. Knight 5 is looking cool. This threats here. Queen e2. Queen e2. Okay. Makes sense. Knight 4 anyways. Our castle's queenside. Alright, let's again. Patience for research. Castle's queenside makes a lot of sense because, you know, it's easy, just because knight c3 is hampering the kingside attacks. I think castle queenside is, yeah, makes sense to me. Alrighty, castle queenside. Let's say, okay, the castle queenside as well. Alright, king b8. Okay, king b8 is fine. King b8, king b1. Now black goes, white goes where? Black goes here. So h6 again, just copying. Okay, let's again research dictates that we be patient with Leela. So now half an hour until the end of the stream. That's today's stream. That'd be a good thing for us. Okay. Just wait. Okay, let's do this one. Just waiting for Leela to just dictate the course of action, because you need to be very extremely paranoid and make sure we're thorough. We don't, let's say, cheapen the research, make it the best we can do, because we're offering a big service to everybody, no matter how level they are, how high or low. This is a cure all for everybody. So, okay. Right, cure all for everybody. So let's go back to Leela. Leela says, h6. All right, so this is one that's, like, again, the history books will say, okay, knight b5. This one. Knight g2, knight b4 things. And this one. This one is like a, okay. Let's do this one. Just like Gene relook again. This is like a This is a carefully tested thing. So let's do the last half an hour for the extra continue from here thing. This is bishop b3 things. Oh, this also not bishop b4 things. Bishop b4 things. This is normal. Oh, h3 bishop b4. Okay, h3 bishop b4. So does it have any guidelines that people do? They go bishop b2 and bishop d3 are the moves that people do. All right, what about a3 is another move that I would be curious about. A3. Queen e2 as well. Queen e2 is another move. We'll just look at that one. Okay. All right. And that's queen f3 as well. Queen f3 as well. All the lines we have here, a bunch of lines. So look at that. Okay, this one is actually covered. It's like this is also covered. So, all right. So let's see. This one, bishop 2. Oh, this is also covered. Okay, castle's knight f3. All right. Let's go back. All right. Okay. So this is where we need to continue on. This half an hour will be covering these things. Talk about these things, okay? But yeah, if you guys have a value, make sure you like the video. It helps me a ton. That helps a ton. Appreciate it. Biplab Chemistry. Thank you. Thank you, Biplab Chemistry, from becoming a member, my second member of all time from the channel. I really appreciate it. Yeah. But I was just going to be patiently waiting. So, 26 minutes left in the episode. We'll just cover the baseline of this H3 line. This is like a Magnus Carlsen line sometimes. So we want to make sure that we cover all the thorough things, and we're good to go. Right. This is the tough line. So maybe the next 2 weeks from now, it'll be good and covered. It'll be having fun. Alrighty. Okay. Let's see what Leela says here. Leela says, this moment, Leela says to go. The move take on c3 is calling to Leela. Okay, this is basically more so than rook e8 first of all. Then take with a bishop, I'm assuming. So pawn takes or bishop takes, and it says Lila likes take with the bishop, but also takes in the pawn is also a move. Let's do both. For research purposes, says both. So queen e7, rook e8. Let's do rook e8 check. So bishop e3 because this let's say lever d from the defending c3, c5, knight e4. This is like basically both things happen. Knight e4. I think that I'd personally do knight e4, but c5 is calling to Leela. Okay, knight c5, taking c5. Okay. Then also there's like another thing. Bishop e5 is the other thing to attack the rook. New variation. Then rook to c. Oh, this is a cool thing. Rook to c3, pawn takes e3. Then we go queen a5. Oh, attacking the pawn and the bishop. Okay, rook b1 makes sense to avoid the things, but then queen 6. Oh, no, not even just c4. Aha, this is a down exchange. The castle. We go a6. This is weird. This is really weird. So taking c4 with a bishop. Taking c4. Queen e1. Queen e1 to guard the c pawn. Guard the c pawn. Now we go bishop f5, making some like threats. This pawn. Knight e5 makes a lot of sense. Bishop e4, bishop e6 or bishop e4. Let's have a think about it. So bishop e4 is the move that Lila likes. Okay. Rook takes f6. Counter exchange sack. Counter exchange sack. So take this one. Queen g3. Yeah, just queen g3. Bishop b6. Okay, block that one. Knight takes f7, knight g6. Okay. Alright, knight takes g6. Knight takes g6. Alright. This is really weird. Rook takes b7. This is really awkward. So let's do. Alright, let's do this one. Alright, this is putting a chapter to bed. This one. Like, okay. This one, okay. A3, take on C3. This one, Knight E4. Let's see, the stream has 20 more minutes, so we can actually fly through these, possibly, hopefully. Okay, bishop D3. Okay, bishop 3. Okay, nice to take C3. Okay. Queen H5. Okay, Queen H5 makes sense. Nice to 6. Okay. Knight 2. Alright, so it's like I think this like this all the knight c3 things, the business. Knight f6. H3. Okay, H3 is it's not continued from here. It's like before it's like instead of this one, it's not continued from here. Eugene Ruluk. So Eugene Ruluk. So let's see if there's any. Okay, this continued from here. Okay. Oh, okay. This is another thing. So it's like Eugene Ruluk. Okay. Let's see if there's any more continued from here. So this would be thorough. We can get like look next week. That's like okay. This one. Eugene Ruluk. Okay. Fish from here. Eugene Ruluk. Okay. But it's like this Eugene Ruluk. You're just converting it all to Eugene Ruluk's. So this is a tough line. All right, there's Eugene. Okay. Let's save it. Eugene Ruluk. This is a big file, but it's a tough line. This 93 line is tough. Okay. Then we'll move on to maybe the baby bit part of bishop f4 lines. Okay. Eugene Ruluk. There's a lot of Eugene Ruluks. Ton of them. This is a tough line. Eugene Rurluck. Eugene Rurluck. This is a lot of Eugene Rurlucks. Okay. Eugene Rurluck. Eugene Rurluck. Eugene Rurluck. Like doing good. This is a huge file. Eugene Rurluck. Continue from here. All right. This Eugene Rurluck. Continue. All right. This is a Eugene Rurluck. Okay. This is a titanically big file, but it's a very important file. This is a tough line. We have to have Eugene Rurluck. A ton of places. Continue from here. All right. Eugene Rurluck. Eugene Rurluck. Okay, this is absolutely everything. So now we can convert to stepping inside the let's say the bishop f4 line. Let's get started with it and just have the bare bones like let's say building blocks. Let's do building blocks of it. So hopefully, let's say maybe I can just say and task, close out windows. If not, I'll just go to the control panel, task manager, saying that okay, anything that is related to this justify clan 0. All right, so this one, let's say task. Okay, all right, now we can open up again for the last portion today, the stream. We're gonna have another look, but actually the bishop of 4 lines. So bishop of 4. Okay. Okay, we had a bare bones thing. It's a queen of 3. Okay, let's do this one. Let's also share the screen so we can actually have a first look at these things. All right. So this one presents, share screen, window, first exchange picture before, hide. Okay. Knight c6. Okay, we did different. Never knight 6, knight f3. Let's take the online presence. Everything, every single thing. Okay, every single thing. Okay, some people play c3. Some people play c3. So the line we talked about that. Okay, knight c3. The line we talked about bishop b5, bishop b3. Okay, bishop b5 line is the line. Okay. Bishop b5, h3. Is it h3? Let's do h3 as well. A lot of things to cover. g3 lines is also a line we have here. 22 lines. Okay, a line. We have a lot of things to cover, which is basically the summation. We'll do it on our own until we have a bump in the road. We'll have a gene come like help, and just like let's say iron out the, let's say, the bumps in the road. All right, so let's go to the most popular move in the database. So after this one, knight c6, the most popular move in knight f3. Let's talk about that. So queen bishop d6, queen bishop d6, and then queen d6. Okay, c3 happens, bishop b3 happens, and knight c3 happens, right? Knight c3 happens. So it's basically it's transposing to the lines. Bishop b2 happens. Knight b2 happens. G3 happens. There's a lot of h3 happens. Okay, let's see the little moves we have. Queen 2 happens. There's a new variation. All right, all these lines. So let's see what's the most popular move after queen d6. So online, c3 is most popular by a good margin. So now let's see if I have to do this one. No, I don't have to. Let's do Leela to do the last, let's say, sprint. We'll cover this bishop of 4 lines for weeks and weeks and weeks. Okay, because it's the first stream we're talking about this one. There's a lot of lines we're talking about the cover, so this will be a big file, like the knight c3 file, but it's a thorough file to get through. So let's say look at this one thoroughly. Let's give it some time. All right, so all right here. Okay, so let's see. I see 7. Okay, let's have a think about it. There's no rush here. No rush at all. So okay, 12 minutes. Like say 11 and a half minutes. Then we go on our way. 2 weeks from now. That'd be a good thing. Good thing for myself. See, good thing for myself. All right. All right. Let's see. Lula says to go knight ce7. Okay, that's odd. Knight ce7. Does the database say that people do this? Knight g7, knight ce7. Knight ce7 is it's a novelty, but why? Why does nobody play this way? Okay, knight ce7, but it's like, huh? Novelty. Exclamation point. All right. So then they go. Okay. Bishop b3, maybe. Bishop b3. f6. Okay, normal things. The castle. Wing castle. Bishop f5. This is like a really bad line. This is a really abhorrent line. So yeah, let's get this one out of the way. So this knight c7, even though it's creative, is not really good. Not really good. This is the reason why nobody plays this way. It's only going for draws and boring positions. Not really good. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's do this one. So Lila says queen g6, bishop f5. I think knight f6 is normal to myself, my eyes. F6, but let's see what the online database says. Okay, knight g7. Knight g7 has a good, decent score. Bishop g4 is a very good score, but and knight f6 is not a good score. Bishop g4 is the fourth one. Knight g7, bishop 5. Okay, let's do bishop b4. This is a pain in the night. Makes sense to me. Okay, this is like transposing. Yeah, it's like a little bit like bishop before take there. Maybe 2. Okay, people do bishop b2. Some people play knight b2. Okay, that sounds. Other people play bishop b3. Knight g7. Okay, knight g7. Okay, save it. Right, let's do it. So let's see the stream. Okay, 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes, like 4 more minutes, pretty much. 4 more minutes, and we'll just wrap it up. We'll just look at this line. Knight g7 is not even the top 4. So queen e6, queen e7, f6, castle queenside. Let's have fun. Castle queenside. This is fun line. Then go castle. Knight b2, and then I can do knight b2. Knight b2. They can also do h3. H3 is another move. Then we go rook e8 check. Rook a check. King f1. Well, king f1, king e2. King f1. Alright. Bishop e7. Okay, bishop e7. Okay. Knight b2. h5. Okay, sounds good. Fun. g3. Okay. Let's see. So b8. Okay, that's fine. b8. King g2. Knight 6. Okay. Knight b3. Like g5. Okay. h4, g4. h4, g4. g4. Knight e1. f5. Queen e2. Queen c, like I think that queen e2 would be more proper. I think it would be queen d2 more proper. So queen e2, override it to look at this square. Rook h8. Queen f4. Okay, parking this way. Knight e7, taking off d6. Okay, taking d6. So there's e2, f4. Yeah, so let's do this one. Save Eugene or look. b2. Rook e8 check. King f1. King f1. h5. h3. h7. Okay. g3. h6. h6. King g2. Or, let's say b4. b4. Okay. g5. a4. h4. g4. Okay. f5. Okay. f5. b5. It's like b5 knight f5. b5 knight e7. Knight e7, knight e5. Okay, f8. Okay. Okay, f8. Knight df3.
G6 F4. Knight 7. It's like, okay, doesn't make sense. So why not do this one? Oh, because it's attacked twice. So let's do Knight 7. First ride. Rook takes F3. Oh, okay. Knight 5 back. Then we go Rook F4. HG. Rook EF8. Black is crushing white. Okay, perfect. So we'll end the episode here, right? If I look at the stream, yeah, that's 2 hours. So with that being said, if you guys have value, make sure you like the video and the stream, and it'll be really supportive of me. And I'll see you next 2 weeks from today, but also Thursday it'll be next stream. This Thursday it'll be another simul Q&A stream. But have a good day and have a good time until Thursday. All right, see you guys.